Hi, and welcome to Move's Adventures in Minecraft. And you might be saying, where am I? Well, I'm actually in a slightly different location. I will, of course, let's pop up on unmine.net so I can show you. Okay, so as you can see, that there is, of course, Antioch. Well, just south of Antioch, you'll see there's a road that I've now put in. And down here, there's a little village, which is where I am. And you might be thinking, what am I doing there? Well, I did a little bit of work down here off camera, and off the back of that, it was the final place that I slept. So as it was the final place that I slept, it's where I respawned, because I went in the nether and I died. So let's just have a little look at what I've got on me. As you'll see, absolutely nothing. Yes, right. Let's head back to Antioch. This is a road that I put in for the new location. Obviously, let's have some suggestions for the name of this. I have placed all of the villagers in the homes so that they will be there for the future. And this was the road that I put in, which I was looking forward to potentially showing you in a future episode. We've got a wonderful cave down here. I have a little explore down there. I'm obviously not going to go down there at the moment because I've got absolutely nothing. So let's head back up the road and back to Antioch. There's another few things that I built offline. I've done some more work in the nether, which is how I ended up being killed, as you will have seen in the previous episode. We got a strider and we had a little explore around, and the strider was excellent. So I took him over to the base of the fortress, which I then went to the top, and then me being me, I thought I was immortal and decided I'd take out a group of skeletons, which was fine until one of my arrows hit a zombie pigman, and I just didn't think to pile up. If I'd piled up, I would still be alive. We'd still have all the gear. However, I didn't. So I died. Now, I am wondering if it is at all possible, as you can see the outside of Antioch coming up here, if it is at all possible to get some of that armour, because that's our nether armour. Our nether armour was lost, and all the tools. Whether it's possible to get them back. Oh, there's Bertram. Hi Bertram, good to see you. He's obviously still with us. And as you can see, we pretty much finished off putting in the basic preferred. Actually, we'll just click on that, so if I do die again, we're a little bit closer to home. And hey, this is the Temple of Atlas. You'll probably remember this was a blank canvas ready to be looked at, and the plan was to turn this into an area where we would do potions, which is why I was in the nether, because for potions you need nether wart, and nether wart you need a fortress, which is why I was at the fortress before I died. Okay, we will be putting up a fire tower, a commemorative fire tower, probably netherite or something, just to commemorate the death. You probably remember in I think it was episode 1 or episode 2, when I was back, all the way back. Let's get some food. When I was all the way back in Athens, I got a fire tower where I died. Right, so what have we got? We're gonna need some. Actually, we can go back and get our full armor, but I think it's time we swap that out as well. Pop into the nether. Now, Move's Adventures armor obviously is fine. It was obviously the nether armor that we lost. So we'll grab all of these, and we're going to swap these out for the Antioch armor that I built. They can, yeah, we don't want to be losing those. So they're going to go up into the statue of Atlas. And then we need to make ourselves some armor. Well, the armor replacement. And obviously we need to make ourselves some tools. I've also, what else have I done while you've been away? Oh, 100 subscribers. We hit the 100 subscribers, so I'll place this up, and a big thank you to our 100 subscribers. I'm going to put a special mention somewhere about here of our 100th subscriber, but I'm still getting over the fact that I died last night, so I've not done the prep I would normally do. This here is for our, obviously the city-states. If we're going to take any stuff to the city-states, they're all sort of labelled up there with their relevant flags. And you may have seen that I've pretty much completed the inside of Antioch. Obviously there's a bit of grass over there that needs to be changed before we do move on, and we are planning on moving on. Antioch isn't the final destination. The whole point of this series is to travel, or to circumvent the world. Actually, let's take you back to the map. Okay, so obviously this is Antioch here. Let's just sort of scroll out on mine.net. We know Felonious loves on mine.net. But as we can see, we're down here. And the plan is literally to sort of circumnavigate all the way around till we start hitting some of the older settlements, shall we say, in the world. And there's quite a lot to it. Let's just pull that out. Obviously the areas here that haven't loaded in yet, they've all been explored. We lost a sword, which I also mentioned in a previous episode, somewhere around this area here. Let's have a look. Is that going to load up somewhere around here? So when we get there, you never know, we might find one of the original swords floating in the water. So that's the plan, to sort of make our way around. This is New Alexandria here, and there's some other sites up here which I'm deliberately not mentioning. Oh, that's a city there. That no, that's not a city. That's a set of mountains. Oh, that looks quite good. What's that there? We shall find out in the future. So that is obviously the plan, to circumnavigate. And if I pull this out, you will sort of see that the beginning of the journey was all the way up here in Athens. Athens, I believe, from memories here. Here we go. Is this Athens here? Where's Athens gone? Well, here's Thassos, which obviously we were at before, and Athens should just be up here. Oh, there's Athens. So obviously that's where we started our adventures all those episodes ago. And the plan obviously is to totally circumnavigate the world. The main area has been over here, which we will visit in due course. Right, so I think it's time we got back to the game. So yes, as I was saying, we are planning on sort of travelling around over time. These are the sets of armour that we built specifically for Thassos. Now, I was planning on putting this armour here up on the walls in stands, or I should say in these lovely little placeholders, but I think now we're going to place them up on here. So we'll have a little look at the armour. This is the Thassos armour. So obviously we've got protection 5 or protection 4, unbreaking and mending on everything apart from the boots, which is also which is not, which we do also need to add, obviously depth strider, feather falling too as well. We've got feather falling, which we're going to add because I think Felonious has got that. So let's drop these down and place those up on there. Go up there like so. of course, there is the original. Now, SPQR Mend, which we dropped up on the wall. Let's have a little look at that. It's got Fortune 3 and it's got efficiency and it's got unbreaking. So for now, that's going to be needed until we can get some more tools. Actually, we'll make fresh ones. Right. Let's get some of this stuff all sorted. How much of this I'm going to keep in the actual video, I don't know, because there's a fair bit of work. And you could watch me do this for the next 2 hours. Now, I need to get a feather falling, which is from Felonious. Where's the feather falling? There he is there. It's 24. Let's get one of those, actually. Let's see what we've got up here, first of all. I know we need some XP, so we're definitely going to be cooking up some. Obviously, we've got our armour. Let's get ourselves back sorted. So, torches, they go back in. I'm now going to move up onto 3 buckets, actually. We've only got 5 there, so we might need to get down to the secret storage. We haven't got any. No, we've got none there. That needs to go down to the secret storage, so we'll go down and grab that. We need some buckets. We need 3 buckets now. As you all, we're going to want that. Let's go and get that. Oh, I haven't got an axe. Let's get some tools. So the tools are in here. So what have we got? We've got two plain diamond swords. Okay. We've got a Fortune 3 fish. There's a good one. Okay, so that's us one. That is now going to move into there. We obviously need to make a replacement. We've already got the armour, so you don't need to worry about that. Efficiency 5 and a blank. Diamond axe, Fortune 2, efficiency. Right, we want to put a silk touch on our axe. Very, very useful to have a silk touch, of course. So we're going to take that for the axe. That goes there, that goes there. We'll put that over there. Sword, we need to look at a sword. We haven't got any enchantments on our swords at the moment, so we're going to have to go with a plain sword. And yes, we could put that on there, but I want to make a fresh one. So we're going to gather all that back up. What am I missing? A hoe. We need a hoe as well, so let's take some of these down and make those. Oh, and a bow. We've lost our super bow. Now that is going to hurt, the fact that we've lost our super bow. He's obviously going to have to do for the time being. We're going to have to take the arrows as well, which we're going to start using now. Yes, we've got the poison arrows here, which we could potentially use. They might be useful, actually. We might take those when we go back to the nether. But for the time being, let's just replace everything we need to. So we know we got one of those to replace. One of these to replace. One of these to replace. And a sword to replace. And we need to replace. Have we got some string? Yes, we have. And we need to replace a bow. So we'll do off here. Right, place all those back in there. So that's there. That's there. That's there. No, it's not. That goes there. That goes there. I could potentially use that, and I am contemplating actually just dropping that straight on there. We might do that. The main thing, of course, obviously, when we're using all of the enchantments, we want to start building our enchantment books up because it costs a lot less in XP. A lot of this I'm going to do offline, but we shall see. We shall see how I edit the video. Okay, right, we've got tools now. At least we're not totally messed up. Right. Oh, what else do we need? Well, we're going to need to make some, and we're going to need some chests as well. Right, let's make our chests. How many chests have we got over here? 45. Right, that'll do for our chests, because we like to have chests, the signs. And we might as well. No, we'll live with them for now. They'll be fine. No, we're going to want to make some signs. So which have we got the most of? I think these are probably the best. Right. I shall see you all in the secret store. Right, we'll want that. Got there. That's good. That's almost a full line there. That's quite nice to see. We don't need them. What else have we got down here? We've got no extra diamonds, which is sad. We want that because we want to make some item frames. There should be 64 of them. They've got there for now, though I'll probably half them. To be fair, we also definitely need one of them. There it goes there. And we're going to need... No, take them out. We're going to want buckets. We're going to want 1, 2. And the third bucket, of course, will be the bucket that we are using. Actually, we'll do that now. We've got 1, 2. We've got no sticks. We left them all upstairs. Is there anything else we need down here? We've got... That's, we've got a 64 there. We should take that and put that into the chest, actually, because we're going to actually start wearing them down. Okay, so it's time to give thanks to our new OG members on the OG wall. Let's make our way over and say a big thank you. Obviously, anyone that comments and literally leaves comments on any of the videos, be they the short or the long form video, you will always get a thank you and join the OG wall while we are still here in Antioch. So first and foremost, a big thank you to Driveway Hero. Thank you for the comments. Memories maintained. Another long time viewer, I'm aware. Thank you for the comments. Sadly, one too many letters won't fit on the end, but memories maintained. Thank you very much for your support of the channel. Stephen _N2D7U, thank you very much and welcome to the OG wall. Dan the Enderman, big thank you to Dan the Enderman. Melchit _official, or Melwich I should say _official, thank you very, very much and welcome to the OG wall. Cat Cameo, thank you for your comments on the videos. As I always like to mention, please do leave comments, and if you do so, you will be joining the other members. And last but not least, which we just make up at the top there, Rabbitix. So thank you very much to all of you here in Antioch. Obviously the rebuilding after the loss. Until next time.